be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theoric 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Took a little while to pop in, kind of awkward. It does that sometimes. Anyway, today we're going to be playing a Gruul deck. We're going to be playing a Klothys deck. This deck is actually by Titans Fan 920. This person also does makes Magic content, so I'll be linking their channels below. But essentially, the reason I'm playing Gruul, and the reason I'm playing Gruul early, is because, one, I understand it's a popular strategy amongst a number of people, and two, it's not with me. So you could say I'm getting it out of the way, and that would be an accurate thing to say. But I want to make sure that people who do enjoy this this type of deck do get some exposure to it, do have some, like, you know, if they like me and they like the style of deck, I still want them to be able to have a video to watch, right? So that's why we're playing this. This is your relatively normal Gruul aggressive strategy with a couple of additions from, oh my gosh, my throat, from Theros. For Pelt Collectors, this thing grows real fast, and it gets trample eventually. Gallia is one of those cards that we've added. Satyrs, we don't actually have like other ways to get satyrs in this deck, surprisingly. But that doesn't matter. It's a 2/2 with haste that when we attack with 3 or more creatures, we can discard a card at random and draw 2 cards. Now, we have to discard a card, but if we only have, you know, 1 card left in hand and it's a land, we don't care about the randomness, right? So she is a decent way to maintain some card advantage. Even if you just swing her into death, she still replaces herself, which is nice. For Zhur-Taa Goblins, it's a really good card right after a Pelt Collector. 2 Domri's Ambush. This hits creatures or planeswalkers. Is good removal, especially in a deck like this. 4 Bonecrusher Giants. You hit a thing, and then you make a 4/3 that your opponents really don't want to target. Very aggressive card, very fantastic card. 4 Gruul Spellbreaker is just a really annoying card for your control opponents to deal with. And against, you know, another aggressive deck, you can just make her a good old-fashioned 3-mana 4/4 that happens to have trample. You know, they don't want to attack in because you have a nice 4/4, and then on your turn, you can hit them. It's nice. For Klothys, we're playing 4 of these ladies. She is a 3-mana 4/5. As long as your devotion to red and green is less than 7, she's not a creature. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, so the first turn you cast her, you're not going to get this ability because it's at the beginning of your pre-combat main. Exile target card from a graveyard. Since there are decks around who care about having cards in the graveyard, that right there is fine by itself. If it was a land, you get to ramp. Otherwise, you gain 2, and it deals 2 to each opponent. The gain 2 is fantastic in races, where you're racing another aggro deck, and the deal 2 is fantastic against control, where if she's not a creature, but she's still churning out this damage, your opponent eventually is gonna just die to it. And that's a lot of great inevitability out of this card. Also, in a deck like this, she's not too hard to get down. You know, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, she's on 5. Next turn, it's almost anything you cast is gonna make her a creature, and you're gonna be attacking with her on turn like 4 or 5. It's fantastic. 3 Domri, Anarch of Bolas. Makes your dudes bigger. Makes it so you can't get your creature spells countered for a turn. That's cool. And then you get to just fight something. It's strong. Especially considering the fact that she's indestructible and this has Death Touch. Speaking of this has Death Touch, Questing Beast is it's a card. It is a legend, which is good because if this wasn't legendary, I could not imagine dealing with multiple of these on the board at once. It's a 4-mana 4/4 with Vigilance, Death Touch, and Haste. That's not all. It can be blocked by creatures with 2 power or less. It can be chump blocked. Alright. Combat damage that would be dealt to creatures you control. Combat damage that would be dealt by creatures you control, sorry. Can't be prevented. I don't know if anyone's playing combat damage prevention, but still, fogs don't work when he's around. And when it deals damage to an opponent, it hits a Planeswalker 2. This card is bonkers. If you're playing green, you're playing it. Well, if you're playing aggro green, you're playing it. Obviously, if you're playing like Uro, you're not going to be playing this card. Could you imagine? Anyway, Vivien, Arkbow, Ranger. Good old-fashioned. Makes your dudes bigger. Essentially has a Domri's Ambush. The -5 is we're not playing. This is make your dudes bigger, give them trample, or hit a thing. It's real strong. 2 Skarrgan Hellkites. This is a hasty dragon that hits in the air for 4. good old burst damage. If for some reason you don't want or need burst damage, you can also just make it big. Make it a 5-mana 5/5 with flying. And the added ability of being able to dome your opponent. It's pretty good. Embercleave. I hate this card. But I'm playing with it to get it out of the way. This card costs less for each creature you're attacking with. You flash it in. It immediately equips to something. It only has an equip of 3 by itself, which is fine for this effect. Equip creature gets +1/+1 hits double strike. And trample. This turns a lowly Gallia into a 3/3 with trample and double strike. It's so good. This is the mana base, leaning mostly towards green because we got early green card, triple green pips, leaning more towards green, and we do have the temples. Now, obviously, you don't love enters tapped lands in more aggressive decks. However, the reason the temples are fine in this deck is we only have 4 total 1-drops. That means, more often than not, we're not going to be playing something on turn 1, which means a temple on turn 1 is totally fine. Additionally, if we end up in a top deck situation, top decking a temple as opposed to literally any other land is much better because you can then make sure you can increase your odds of not drawing poorly the following turn. So having temples in here is absolutely fantastic, and the rest is just kind of stock mana. We're running 23 lands, which I'm hoping is not going to be an issue. I'm going to play in standard play. I didn't get a chance to test this deck because I've been doing Brawl things all day. Rexial Rage, love the name. But if it does okay, then I'm going to hop over. I'm going to have a turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Yeah, I think it's fine. We turn 1 out the Stomping Ground. Unless, of course, my opponent... unless we top tick a Pelt Collector. Turn 1 Scry, they keep it on top. Alright, next turn we'll just go Forest, Gallia, and Smork. Opponent could be on Golgari or Sultai. Technically, they could still be on Jund Food. Alright, so this is... Yeah, I mean, it's still a toss-up. Could still go either way. Am I willing to trade a Gallia? Yes, I am. I assume they're not going to trade. But I'm willing to make that trade because I still have a good hand, right? It's unlikely that I'm going to play Domri next turn. I'm just going to play the Spellbreaker. But I'm trading my 2-drop for theirs, but this is technically also trading their 4-drop because now they can't play their 4-drop on the 3rd turn. Oh, okay, it's Adventure. Alright, that's fair. I didn't expect that. Zhur-Taa Goblin is cool. So I'm going to play Spellbreaker here. Is that right? Is that what I want to do? Because I could play Klothys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's only 6 pips. One, 2, 3, 4. Because if I played Klothys, I could exile... Oh no, I'd only deal damage. I think I do want to play Klothys. And the reason is next turn I can still play Domri. Yeah, but this just deals immediate damage, and I might want my Spellbreaker to be a 4/4 instead. So essentially I'm just not sure what I want to do. I'm just gonna play the Lovestruck Beast now. Now I'm gonna play Lovestruck Beast. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and play Questing Beast, actually. Do we do that? So I could play Domri, plus get a Zhur-Taa Goblin, make it a 3/3. We're gonna just hit face. It has vigilance. If they trade the Lovestruck Beast, I think I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm fine if they trade the Love-Struck Beast. I would like more land. Another Druid. I'm gonna play Domri. And plus getting Zhur-Taa out. I do assume my opponent is gonna cast Murder Strider. Yeah, they have Murder Strider, 100%. Here it is. Killing Domri. That's fine. Doesn't matter. And I'm just gonna make this a 3/3. I can exile my own Domri if I want to get another mana. Cast this, draw some cards. Murder Strider's not great. Oh, because they want to draw. Domri doesn't give me more mana, it's only lands. No, I'll take some. Because I'm just going to exile Gallia. So I can play Vivien. 1, 2, 3, 4. Vivien would turn Klothys into a real girl. Hello.
I survived an apocalypse. I will survive you.
Well, part of me wants to, just plus. I plus these. I have a 5 and a 4. It's 9. My opponent would not want to eat all of that. And they both have trample? Yeah, I'm going to go and do that. Like, I could technically have Klothys kill Midnight Reaper. Or, you know, Edgewall or Murder Strider or something, but I'm pretty sure I just want to smork them.
I'd get out of the way if I were you.
Yeah, I don't even care if they kill Vivien at this point. Because Klothys would still do a number to them. So I assume they're going to block with Murder Strider. At the very least, Murder Strider. I don't know if they'll block with anyone else. She's indestructible. Okay, maybe they realize that now. A little excessive. Sure. Am I going to give them 2 cards? Yes, I think I'm fine with that. Yeah. Technically, I can assign all of the damage to Midnight Reaper, but no. So that's fine. Next turn I'll have Gruul Spellbreaker. They would have to attack with everyone at Vivien to kill her? I don't know what's happening. What? This is either a bug or my opponent, like, DC? No, this is still in combat. Okay, there we go. My opponent's going to be at 2 next turn. So, pretty sure they're just dead. They, like, have to attack with their Murder Strider to guarantee the life gain, because technically I don't have to do anything. I can just ping them, and then if I get one of my many... Yeah, I don't care about that. Alright, so they can kill Vivien relatively easily now. Life gain off Murder Strider might be a bit of an issue. They attack like that. Yeah.
Well, you're annoying.
Pelt Collector. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of this. Yeah, then we're just gonna Pelt Collector Spellbreaker. And we're gonna make Spellbreaker big. And they can't reasonably cast Murderous Rider unless they attack with their Murderous Rider. That's very dangerous. Damn it. They're able to get up to the Great Henge. Can use an Embercleave. Can use so many things. I don't actually block that because I'm a little bit better on the attack. So my opponent is at a functional 5-7 if they block. I mean, I can block this all day. It's possible I wasn't aggressive enough early on. They're still at a functional 7. See what they attack with. You're reading it the Indestructible. I'm doing it as well. Can't be destroyed by damage. Yeah, that's different. I'm just going to block that. Do you have trample? You don't have trample. That's fine. Now that's interesting. Why wouldn't you do that before combat? Wow. Really?
Close your eyes, breathe, and listen to the sounds of the wild. Watch out, they
Okay.
bite.
Damn. Got out healed. Probably should have been more aggressive somewhere, but that's why I don't play aggressive decks. I assume this is lethal if they attack me. No, I'm fairly certain it's lethal if they attack me with everyone. There's almost no reason not to attack with everyone. That's lethal. Well, technically it's not. That I do not believe is lethal. If I block like this, that's 3, 6. So that's not me dead. I'm gonna block like this. That would be 2, 4, 6, 8. That'd be 18. I have to block the Regisaur. Is it better to kill the Regisaur? I don't think it matters for what it's worth. I don't think there's anything like they're gonna be at a lot. I think technically it's a little bit better to kill the Regisaur. Well, if I block like that, no, that's the same. Wait, no, it's not. If I block like that, how is it? Shake out. 3, 7, 9. It should only be 14. Ah, no, forgot about that. Am I dumb? Has this been lethal the entire time? Look, I don't actually care. Fucking kill me. Aggro decks are not my forte. But I try them for you. I took her out. It was a Friday night. I work alone to get the feeling right. We started making out. Then she took off my pants. I died. I died horribly. Klothys coming in like, no, I'll save you, I swear. Alright. I think my issue, not aggressive enough. I need to be more aggro. If that's about the time she walked away from me. Okay, my name's hard to pronounce. What the hell is that? This hand has a Bonecrusher Giant in it. So I can turn 2, turn 3, turn 4, turn 5. And we're going first. Seems decent. Alright, we're gonna kill that with our Bonecrusher Giant. We're gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it right now. Are we gonna do it? Yeah, we're gonna do it right now. Fuck that. I don't want any shenanigans going on. I just want it dead. Do we play Bonecrusher or do we play Klothys? 1, 2, 5. I think we play Gruul Spellbreaker. Because this bad girl has haste and hexproof on my turn. And she's probably going to die at some point, but it ain't gonna be right now because she has hexproof. Never fucking mind, but we're still dealing 2 damage. Alright. Fuck, it has lifelink. We're dealing no damage. We're dealing -1 damage. Uh-oh. This has become awkward. Where are my lands at? You get out aggroed by Rakdos. I'm taking 7. How about you didn't? Please take Vivien or one of my Skarrgans. Don't take my ambush. Come on. Alright, cool. They took Vivien. Take 7 again next turn. Pretty sure the correct answer... Klothys ain't doing shit for me. I'm pretty sure correct answer is just to kill this. Well, I'm pretty sure I hit them for 5. They lose the card in their hand. They're in top deck mode. I think I have to hit them for 5. Got rid of Embercleave, so that's good. They hit me. I then have to not attack. Yep, I have to not attack because I had to fucking get Temple here. Another Klothys? Don't need you. I have to block this. If my opponent top decks Embercleave, I am dead. Did you top deck Embercleave? You did not. Cool, I am still alive. That's not great. Yeah, if they top deck a land, I'm dead because of night. I'm dead. I was told this was a good deck. That's not true. I wasn't told shit. I was looking for a Gruul deck that people seem to enjoy. This is the one I found. Why do people play cards that don't say destroy creatures or planeswalkers on them? I don't understand. I'm a man who likes to blow stuff up. All right, not a man who likes to attack, get into the red zone. What is that? This hand would be amazing if I had a green source, like a turn 1 green source. It still seems good enough to keep though. Let's get rid of Temple. This is like the few times where having that Temple early is trash. I'm gonna keep it just because I'm a little sad, but I'm gonna do it. So depending on what they play, I could Bonecrusher, but nope. I'm just going to Zhur-Taa. Do I Zhur-Taa? Is that what I do? Yeah. Well, I can play super slow. Play the Temple now. I mean, we're going against blue-black with a Lazav skin. I'm gonna assume this is maybe self-mill. If it's self-mill, I can maybe get away with playing a Pelt Collector, like slow-rolling it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't play aggro. Sure? Okay, this makes me pretty certain that it is actually self-mill. So let's get in there for 5. They've done nothing still. Cast Klothys. No, it's not self-mill. It's mill me. Incredibly rude, I must say. That, I feel like, was not a fair assessment of the deck. God, this temple is... All of the arts for the temples are just sublime. Absolutely fantastic. What? I can't even begin. I'm gonna keep this. Bolas, Black Sleeves, Black Dog. If my opponent's deck doesn't have black in it, something's very sus. That's what the kids say, right? They still say sus? I want to say that this is Japanese, not Chinese. I will say I'm basing it entirely on this character and this character. But I don't know if I've ever seen these characters without, or with these, like, accents. So, like, for that reason, could be, Chinese. I just don't know it. But I'm leaning on Japanese. If anyone who knows Japanese, and I know there's some of you. Ah, fuck. Oh, fuck. It's a big bad deck. Okay, so real question, do we smork here? Or do we block? I feel like we smork. Because our hand is pretty good. But I don't actually know. You know? They might skewer this. No, they did fucking nothing. So we're gonna cast Spellbreaker. They might kill my Zhur-Taa Goblin now. We're gonna haste it. I assume they're gonna kill my Zhur-Taa. Yep. That is fine with me. Next turn I can Bone Saws ready. This by spell or... Yeah, so it's just spell, not a ability. So if I do top deck a green source, then I can kill that. Fervent Champion, sure. They're keeping a blocker. It has first strike. But they do know that my Spellbreaker has hexproof. You do know... Okay. Don't know what that was about, but sure. We're going to ambush the champion. Why did I do this post-combat? Could someone please explain to me why I did this post-combat and not pre-combat? The world may never know. Oh, I think it was because I wanted them to block. Yeah, I wanted them to block. I wanted them to think that they could block with Fervent Champion. Yeah. Whatever, it's fine. We'll play good old-fashioned Temple. I mean, next turn I can just Embercleave, potentially. Yeah, I don't need that. Because this is 4 power now, it's hard. It's going to be harder for them to kill it. They could play land into Slaying Fire, I think is the card name. It's the Adamant red card. Does look like they're getting kind of screwed on mana. Alright, they're attacking me with Javier. I don't know. We'll play this. I'm pretty sure I just want to Embercleave them. Oop. Embercleave is a stupid card. And good old 5/5 Double Strike. You're going to 2. I'm at 15 with a 5/5. If I lose, I deserve it. What could you even do? You could like, okay, so they could attack me and have double the Riot Bolt. I don't remember what the fucking card's called. Skewer the Critics, that's the card I'm looking for. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Why would... I have lethal! I'm gonna give it even... I guess I had lethal even if they didn't attack, but... Yeah. Was that 2 and 2 or was that 3 and 2? I think that was 2 and 2. So maybe it just, you know, when in doubt, smork it up. Maybe that's the answer. It's just... SM Orc. We're gonna go with... We did Erebos first. Honestly, I really like Nylea. So we're gonna go with Nylea. Anyway, that was the deck. Once again, this deck is by Titans fan 920. I'll put links to his stuff in the description. We got a lot of things coming soon. We have many decks to play. If you would like, I've gotten a lot of questions about this, so I'm gonna go ahead and enter it here. If you have a deck list that you would like to see on the channel, it's not a guarantee that you're gonna see it because there are a bunch of deck lists that I want to play as well. But feel free to comment on this video or any of my videos at all with an AetherHub link. AetherHub is the site I use. I'm not like sponsored by them. Technically, I do get money. If someone goes to TCG Player through my AetherHub account, I do get money. But legit, I use AetherHub because it, in my opinion, is like the best deck building website. Or at least deck storing website. I don't know if it's the best deck building website because I don't build decks there. I build decks here and then export them. But regardless, post an AetherHub link and I will definitely check it out. I have a full folder on my Chrome, a bookmark for just called potential decks, or the fuck is it called? It's called Deck Ideas. It's between cool images and fruit. fucking bookmark folder for fruit. Anyway, yes, to answer the question, I will technically do viewer deck submissions. It's just, you know, whether or not I actually get to that deck, it remains to be seen, right? So if you have stuff like that, absolutely feel free to comment those. I really do like when people give me decks because it makes my job easier, and it shows that you're like engaging with the channel and you like the way that I make the way that I play decks. So you know, I'm rambling. I'd like to thank my lovely patrons, especially Zin, for the continued support. If you'd like to join them in supporting the channel through Patreon, you can find links down in the description below. You can also just become a channel member, press that join button. You get access to emotes that you can just comment with. For what it's worth, I am working on getting new art commissioned, like actual emotes for both the channel and Twitch as well. So hopefully that'll be cool at some point, regardless. A great way to support the channel, though, is just, if you like something, go ahead and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, cast a comment in the comment section down below, pass the turn in the vid to some of your friends, and of course, until next time, I will be one.